Hey guys, welcome to another video. I hope you're all doing well. Today's video is going to be slightly different. Obviously we're not at a restaurant, we're just at my apartment in Bulgaria. We're back from Dubai. It's a lot colder than it was in Dubai, obviously. I've got Daniel with me today, and basically what we're going to do, since I came back from Dubai, and I've been getting a few messages saying I'm going to Dubai for X amount of days. Have you got any recommendations where we can go to eat? I actually really appreciate these messages. You know, I appreciate that you guys value my opinion. So yeah, what I decided was, instead of people having to go out of their way to contact me, I thought I'll make a video, because basically my answers are usually pretty much identical. So I thought, instead of having to reply to every person individually, let me make a video and you guys can just check out the video whenever you want to go. So like I said, I've got Daniel with me because obviously he's the one who's been to Dubai with me most recently, and obviously we ate in the same places pretty much every day. What we've done is we've literally gone through, written down loads of places to eat. What we're going to do is the restaurants, the locations, foods that they offer, and then we're just going to rate it on food in terms of taste and then value as well. And we'll try to give you a bit of background information as well at the same time.
So pretty much I think we need to put out there that me and Zaid have our own little different types of taste. For example, Zaid is the more experienced of the two when it comes to food.
As you can tell.
Also, I think he's more privileged as well in terms of he's very prestige on what he eats. He's like, oh, the presentation isn't nice, it's undercooked. Oh my we were sitting there waiting for the food. Man is literally like, he might as well have been cooking the food with the chef.
Look, no, but I'm sure most of you guys will agree that if you pay for food, you deserve to get a good service and good food. And if my food's not on point, I will send it back until I get what I paid for.
Whereas I'm just quite simple. If it tastes nice, that's it. I'm sorted. I don't really care about the presentation in terms of, no, it doesn't have to look like a Picasso artwork or anything like that. That Zaid sometimes wants. I don't rate the beef tenderness or how it's cooked, the pan style, anything like that, how the chips have been presented, how the chips have been fried, the butter used, etc, etc.
I don't go that much into detail.
I'm simple, so it depends. If you want the more prestiged, luxury type review, that's Zaid, and the more simple, straightforward review.
Basically what Daniel's trying to say, I'll sum it up in 10 seconds, is believe my opinions and not his. So first of all, we've got Burger Fuel. Burger Fuel's got quite a few branches spread out across Dubai. I didn't realise it had that many. It's got one on the JBR. On the JBR, it's literally opposite the Hilton Hotel. It's got one in Dubai Mall. It's got one on the Emirates Mall. And I looked on Google as well. It's got one on the Palm Jumeirah. I didn't realise that. So yeah, if you do want to look for Burger Fuel, just type it into Google Maps and loads of them will come up.
You can get it delivered as well.
That is really ideal for us because it was a couple of days
by the pool, nice little Burger Fuel.
we used to wake up at like 12 o'clock and Daniel would be like, I can't be bothered going out, but I'm really hungry. And a couple of times he got Burger Fuel delivered to the pool, literally. How did it taste when it got delivered to the pool?
Yeah, it was still nice. It was better, of course, it was better to eat it in the shop, but it was still good, to be honest.
So Burger Fuel, they've got beef burgers, chicken burgers, they've got chicken fenders or something like that, I think it's called. It's basically just breaded chicken, chicken strips. One thing I really recommend from there is the spud fries.
Yeah, they were quite nice.
But they were really soggy when you got them to the pool, weren't they?
Yeah, but I think that's just delivery.
Obviously when you get it delivered, the fries are going to go soggy, as what happens with any takeaway. And the other thing I really recommend is their aioli. It's like a garlic mayonnaise kind of thing, and it's really nice from there. My personal opinion, I mean, I've done a vlog about that, and if you click over here, you can go to the vlog. My personal opinion is the burgers are really good, like I said in the vlog, but they're not the same as they were before. But I will give them a 9 out of 10 in terms of taste. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I think it's 9 out of 10 to be honest. I think it's a quality burger. It's not one of the cheap standard stuff that you get. So yeah, 9's probably fair to be honest.
And what about value?
I think about a good 8. It's a bit pricey to be honest, but when you're on holiday, you're willing to pay that type of money. So about an 8, and it's quite nice at the end of the day. So
one thing I'll recommend, if you get it delivered, go to the supermarket and get a drink. Because if you get a drink from Burger Fuel, it's 10 dirham. Listen, look, if you get a drink from Burger Fuel, yeah, it's 10 dirham. You get a 500ml bottle. If you go to the supermarket, you get that same 500ml bottle for 2 dirham. You're saving 8 dirham, which is £2. Listen, I'm not stingy, but I've got sense in it when it comes to spending money. I mean,
yeah, we'll see.
My mum and dad won't agree with that.
Later
Okay, so next up we've got Shake Shack. Shake Shack is probably both of our favourites, to be honest, not just Daniel's personal favourite. The best thing about Shake Shack is just the simplicity of it all. Obviously, no matter where you go in Dubai, you're gonna get the amazing burgers, the big burgers, and all this fancy what have you inside it. But Shake Shack is just incredibly simple and incredibly tasty. And I think that's the opinion of the general public as well, from the people that I speak to. When I say I'm going to Dubai...
Who do you speak to, mate?
Mate, there's so many people that speak to me.
General public, like 2 people on Instagram.
No, I mean people when I'm at home in the UK. People that I know.
This is some false advertising here. Just say, go on, carry on.
Disclaimer, I have not been paid by Shake Shack whatsoever.
Might as well have been.
I just really like Shake Shack.
Like I said, I am the honest reviewer.
Okay, honest reviewer. What's your opinion of it?
I thought it was really good.
There you go.
What?
Average folk, Daniel agrees that Shake Shack is really good.
Are you being racist, mate?
No. How am I being racist? We're
Just
both of the
'cause
same
I'm
race.
Pakistani.
We're both of the same race.
So why are you calling me the common folk then?
Because you called yourself an average folk.
No, I said I'm standard in terms of eating food.
Okay, so
Not
basically
average folk.
standard / average folk
Mate,
in terms of eating food.
do I look like a peasant to you?
Do you want me to answer that? So yeah, Shake Shack, they've got cheeseburgers, chicken burgers, shakes, and they've got crinkle fries. The crinkle fries, make sure you get them with cheese. No, you get crinkle and cheese crinkle. The crinkle fries, don't get them unless you're going to get them with cheese. If you get them with cheese, get 10 of them if you want.
Yeah, the cheese sauce is really nice.
That cheese sauce is really
Probably
good.
like 10,000 calories, but it's quite nice.
Look, when we go on holiday, we don't go to...
Oh, I think you need to add a disclaimer as well. This like list of shops. Don't go if you're trying to keep weight. Like maintain, like that's not gonna work.
If you don't care about how you look, again, you can go all these places that I tell you.
I recommend go to the beach before you go to these places, not after.
Anyway, so yeah, Shake Shack, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 for both taste and value. I think in terms of pricing, it's not that expensive. I think for about £6 you can get everything. You can get a burger, fries, and probably a drink as well. And is it unlimited refills?
Yeah, it is.
Unlimited refills as well for about £6, which is really good for Dubai, especially the location that they're in, the beach in particular. Daniel, what's your opinions on it?
Yeah, I think it's the same. I just think it's just that because it's so simple, that's what makes it so good. I think we went towards the end, which is probably a bit of a bad thing on our part, and then after that we just kept going there.
The thing was, I've been to Shake Shack last year and I didn't really like it that much. So I thought a lot of people rave on about it and I thought it was a bit overrated. But I thought, let me introduce Daniel to it. And Daniel was like, you know what, I'm not really that hungry today, but I wouldn't mind a burger. So I thought, okay, let's go to Shake Shack. I think this was on our 4th day in or something like that. And both of us were just like, oh shit, we've been missing out for quite a while. So yeah, Shake Shack, 10 out of 10 for both, incredible. My favourite, Daniel's favourite?
Yeah, it was definitely.
In terms of burgers, it's just the simplicity of it. Sometimes you just want a simple burger and it is the best one in Dubai. Next up we've got Five Guys. They've got one which is by the entrance / exit of the fountains of the Dubai Mall. So if you go there around the time where the fountains are going to be on, it's really cool. You can have a burger and watch the fountains at the same time. Five Guys is just strictly beef burgers only, and they'll tell you that when you come in. Obviously they do fries and shakes as well, but they don't do chicken burgers, salads, nothing like that. So for someone like me, it's a dream.
Will you ever have a salad though?
Do I ever have a salad?
You said that you get it on daily.
No, I just want these people to know. So yeah, so like I said, for someone like me, it's a dream, just strictly beef burgers and nothing else. One thing I'll say about Five Guys, when you get the burger, it's wrapped up in foil, and when it opens up, it doesn't look very appealing, but don't let the look put you off it, because it does taste actually really nice.
Yeah, I think it depends on the person. It's like that proper, like you open it, it's proper greasy burger. Some people like that. I thought it looked quite appealing, to be honest. But it's like, oh,
I don't know. I mean, I'll put the photo in anyway. So
like I said, it is quite prestige of our presentation. I was like,
supposedly
nice big burger. Have that. Don't mind.
Another thing I'll say about Five Guys, they've got their own fries, specialty of fries. They've got normal fries and they've got Cajun fries as well. I think Cajun fries or Cajun, however you pronounce it, I don't even know, to be honest. If you like it, you'll enjoy it. If you don't, you won't. I don't like them.
Cheers for
I
that.
went for it. What?
That makes sense. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Well,
Sure.
pretty straightforward.
And one other thing about the fries is you literally get a milkshake cup full of fries. So you're better off sharing them between two people, because I think between the two of us we got one each. We didn't know, and we literally chucked, I'd say about 75% of it away. So Five Guys, in terms of taste, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. And in terms of value, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. What about you for taste?
Yeah, I agree with you about an 8 or a 9.
So the next place we've got is one of my favourite burger places, or another one of my favourite burger places.
All the burger places your favourite.
Okay, Dubai is my favourite place for food. I love Dubai.
Mate, you just like food in general, mate.
I love food. I love Dubai. Dubai has lots of food. It's like a match made in heaven.
Games, innit?
I'm on games 24/7. Anyway, so the next place is, it's called, shit, what's it called? It's called Fat Burger. There's only one. There's only one. It's in the Mall of the Emirates. It's on the ground floor food court.
My favourite one. I can't remember the name.
I don't go there very often because obviously I don't really go to the Mall of the Emirates that much. I usually only go once whilst I'm in Dubai.
They didn't like moving around, does he?
I like to just wail about on the beach, basically. So yeah, Fat Burger. It's got beef burgers. Has it got chicken burgers?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it does, but I've never
I
got
can't
them
remember.
because I only eat beef anyways. So yeah, the Fat Burger burgers, they taste really nice. You can get a single, double or triple, I think it is. And then you can add extra things onto it.
I think the good thing was that like the triple was really big, so you can have like your wildest dreams in terms of getting as big as you want. Which, as a meat fan, I think that was quite good.
I went for the triple. I loved it. I think I went for the I got the fries as well.
No surprise
I
there.
think I finished it all. Fucking
The
hell.
salad?
I didn't get a salad on the side. I get salad in my burger, but that's different.
Diet Coke?
No, I ain't that guy. Like, I ain't gonna chicken out on a Diet Coke. I'm gonna go all out, full fat Coke. Fat Burger. Apparently, there's one in London, by the way, as well. I didn't know that, and it's halal as well. So if you're down south, check it out. Maybe it's nice or not. Let me know what you think of it. Anyway, Fat Burger, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 in terms of taste. And I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 in terms of value. I don't know, Daniel, what are you going to give it?
Yeah, I agree with you, to be honest. It was quite good. I think the concept's quite good. Once again, it's like a proper greasy burger, big burger. Like, it's one of those like wild imagination, and you get 3, 4 buns. Not buns, patties, isn't it? Yeah.
Next up is Charley's. This one I've been to a lot of times before. This time we went, I didn't go there, but Daniel got it, so I'm going to pass it on to Daniel.
Yeah, it was nice in general. I think I got the Philly steak sub, so just steak in a nice big, what do you call it, baguette?
What are you doing, mate? I've really liked it. What I was told is that this year it's not the same as it has been in previous years.
By who?
By my mom, actually. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10 in terms of taste. And in terms of value, I'm going to give it a 9. Daniel?
Yeah, I think I'll probably taste about 7, value an 8 is quite reasonable, to be honest. It's not too expensive, especially for Dubai.
Okay, so now is my personal favourite steakhouse in Dubai called the Butcher Shop and Grill. I think I've reviewed it on my Instagram page as well, probably quite a long time ago, so maybe some people haven't seen it. It's on the JBR, there's one in the Emirates Mall, and I think there's one in the Dubai Mall as well, along with one in City Walk. Personally, in terms of pricing, I think it's really, really good. It's like £30 a steak, which is really reasonable for a steak. And in terms of the quality and the taste, I love it. I absolutely love it, and I would go there every day if I could. This time though, I got the tomahawk steak, 1 kilogram. I thought I'd try to be a hero, and basically it didn't work, and I realized why. Because usually a kilogram tomahawk is had between a family of 4.
You're a family of 4 though.
I mean, I know sometimes I eat like a family of 4, but I couldn't do it that time. I was literally gipping. Daniel, what you got the T-bone this time, didn't you?
Yeah, I got the T-bone. I don't know I can't remember the size, but I think the steaks, that type of thing, I think it's everyone's individual preference. So for me, I think a good 9 out of 10 in terms of taste. I think value, it's good, £30. I think that's reasonable for a good quality steak. So probably 10 out of 10 in terms of value, especially in Dubai. Actually, to be honest, anywhere in the world, steaks going to be expensive. So 10 out of 10 is reasonable, to be honest.
Well, compared to the place that we're going to review next, this gets about a 20 out of 10 in terms of value.
Yeah.
And in terms of taste, I'd give it a 10. And I do really recommend, if you go to Dubai and you're wanting steak, go there. So yeah, the Butcher Shop and Grill, I've given it a 10. Daniel's given it a 9. In terms of value, it's 10s, both of us.
Free Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, and they give free Wi-Fi. Oh, and the other thing, when you sit down, they bring you this a platter of bread and.
I don't like that stuff.
You didn't like that, did you?
No,
I really like it.
I
really like it because they bring you slices of bread. What else is? I think it's hummus, butter, and something else I can't remember. But also they give you this African thing. It's like chopped sausages with onions and some type of sauce, and it's really nice. And you know, I'd literally have 10 of them if I had to, and it's free of charge as well. So as I said about the Butcher Shop and Grill just now, the next one is going to be ridiculously expensive. You can probably guess what it is. It's the meat company. It's at Medina Jumeirah. The one thing I'll say, if you do want to go there, or two things I'll say. First of all, make sure you book about 5 to 7 days in advance, because that's what I did, and obviously there was no problems with that. But a lot of people have said that, oh, you know, I really wanted to go, but there was no tables. So make sure you book in advance. And second of all, if you go in the taxi, you'll have to tell the taxi driver Medina Jumeirah, Souk Medina Jumeirah, sorry, not the meat company, because a lot of them are not sure where the meat company is or what the meat company is.
Also, inside the souk, get directions, because we got lost for like a good 15 minutes.
Oh my days. We had to ask about 4 different people where it was.
It's quite difficult to get to.
It is. It's not the easiest of places to get to. We'll go on to the food. You see, this is a really difficult one for me to judge, because
Prestige.
I think the problem was I tried to be really fancy and prestige, as Daniel wants to call it, and I went for like the Argentinian ribeye and this and that. I think I would have been better off just getting a box standard ribeye, and it would have been a lot better. But in terms of pricing, it's ridiculously expensive and it's not worth it, in my opinion.
Mate, I could have got a return trip to Tenerife and back with the amount that cost. Literally. And I could have taken the family as well.
What family? You ain't got a family.
My parents and etc.
Oh,
No, I don't have my own family.
Oh, I thought you had a wife and kids. I didn't know.
Yeah, so literally I could have taken them and come back in the price of that one steak.
Yeah, you're looking at about, between the two of us, I think the bill actually came up to £230. It was something ridiculous like that. That was without the vouchers. That's the other thing. If you want to go to the meat company in particular, make sure you get the entertainer voucher. You can get them off eBay for £5 or so, just single ones instead of buying the whole book. And there's a lot of other places as well that do accept entertainer vouchers, and you do on the whole save a lot of money if you plan around the entertainer vouchers in particular. I mean, every year they do reduce the number of restaurants. A lot of restaurants decide that we don't want to be with the entertainer vouchers anymore, but there is still a lot, and they do save you a lot of money. So that's one thing that I do really recommend.
Yeah, we're not exaggerating about the price. Literally, when I got there, I think Zayd's been there before, but I got there, I didn't actually know the price like properly. I got there, I was looking at my mouth, literally just dropped. I was like, what are you doing? I'm not a baller dropping that type of money on food, mate. I'm not prestige like you. Like I said, yeah, a 20 dirham burger sorted, not a £200 steak. So literally that's pretty much how it was. Literally, in order not to pay that, I might just throw my wallet in the flipping river. That's how bad it was. Literally, I was looking, I was like, are you actually taking the piss? I just gave Zayd a dirty look after that, like, are you actually joking?
One thing about the meat company, you can sit on the balcony. Don't do it at night, I'd recommend, because you can't see anything. Not that table, but I did ask to sit on the balcony.
Oh right, it's a bit too dark. Yeah.
Because I was recommended to sit on the balcony, but you can't see anything. Literally, it's just pitch black, and like the lighting's really dark. And we literally
you got a nice view though, but
you do get a really nice view of like that little rivery stream thing around the Medina Jumeirah, and then you can see the Burj Khalifa as well. If you go in the daytime, I'm sure it'll look a lot nicer, but in terms of brightness at night, it's awful. So the meat company, in terms of the food quality, taste, etc., I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10, which is what I gave it in the vlog, which if you click here you can see that vlog. But in terms of value, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 because it was ridiculously expensive and I just didn't feel that it was worth that much, to be honest.
I think in taste, I think about 7.5. value, I think about a 3 or 4. Because honestly, they dropped all these names and stuff, Argentinian, Texas, like it's some exotic thing. Literally, if someone changed the names and gave you the same thing, you wouldn't even tell the difference.
This is because you're not a connoisseur of steak.
But still, would you tell the difference? That
Yeah,
I mean Argentinian ribeye.
I can tell the difference between different steaks, but I guess
Was it worth the price?
No, I said it wasn't
Exactly.
worth the
So
price.
that's the thing. I just think that, especially at that time, I think it wasn't worth it.
Personally, I think the London one's a lot better, and I know I said that in the vlog as well. But it is in terms of pricing, taste. Personally, everything's better about the London one. Next one we've got is the place where Daniel made me literally spend half of my time in Dubai in. It's the Cheesecake Factory. I'm sure if you've been, you'll understand why, but I couldn't believe that he took me. We must have gone about 5 times.
What are you on about? Only me. It's like he's going there like he went and sat down and did nothing. Yeah.
I actually did. I actually did a couple of times.
Eating what he wanted.
No, a couple of times I actually sat there watching you eat cheesecake because
That's
I just
creepy,
couldn't.
mate.
Listen, I didn't want you to feel lonely, and I didn't want to be.
Mate, I asked you a couple of times like, nah, I don't want to go, so don't even drop that line.
Yeah, no, but we were out and you were like, you want to go Cheesecake Factory? So I was like, okay, let's go. There's a couple of things that I do want to say about the Cheesecake Factory. First of all, don't go there for food. I wouldn't recommend going there for food because A, it's really expensive, and B, the food's not incredible, especially considering the price. What we always did and what I usually do when I am in Dubai is I just eat somewhere else and make sure that I leave a lot of space because the cheesecakes are incredibly filling. So I just eat and then I go to the Cheesecake Factory and I have my cheesecake then. Cheesecakes are incredible. I can't say anything else about
Yeah, the cheesecake was incredible, especially the Oreo Extreme. I think that was the one that we went for.
I'm actually watering at the thought of the cheesecake right now.
That's a bit weird, mate.
Mate, it's incredible.
Wait
though.
till I leave. So, yeah, that was just incredible. I think I never tried cheesecake properly before. I think I had the box standard cheesecake, I didn't like it before in the past, and then today I tried it out, I was like, alright, and then like, amazing, mate. So, I think I went 4 or 5 times. What I can say is it is a bit pricey for one cheesecake, but yeah, it's worth it. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you know what?
I won't change it.
Do you know what? I think if you have a big meal and then you go, you could potentially share that cheesecake between 2 people.
Yeah, but
So it wouldn't work out as expensive.
I think it's just that temptation though. I think it's really nice, I'm not gonna lie.
To be honest, most of the time I had to take the rest of it home. I could only have half of it because it is really filling.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cheesecake Factory. In terms of the food, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. The cheesecakes, milkshakes, and mocktails, them 3 separate. Well, basically the desserts. I'm gonna give that an absolute 10 out of 10 because you can't fault it. It's just the food that's a bit of a downside. So if we just split into 2, ignore the food, just the desserts, is definitely a 10 out of 10. And in terms of value as well, I'd give it, I know it's expensive and we've said it's expensive, but just because of the taste and quality of the food, I'm gonna
There's
give
nothing
it
like it. I don't think you can recreate that.
No, definitely not. Okay, so now for the next few, there's some that I personally haven't been to yet, but I've been recommended by people that.
Who are these people who recommend you these stuff?
I know a lot of people.
Food like network type of like people just talk about food.
Kind of, you know.
Do you like a forum?
No, I don't, but I've got my Instagram page obviously, at the Good Food Feed. But there's like a lot of people that just message me and you know, they know that I like food and they like food as well, so we bounce ideas off each other, places to eat. Yeah. The food community is the best community you can be in because we don't care if you're male or female, if you're black, white, brown, we don't care, you know. Like, if you're fat, we don't judge you. There's no other community that fat people don't get judged in apart from the food community. And that's why the food community. Yeah, and no, but then fat community, I'm not sure because like Weight Watchers and stuff, they judge you for being fat. And that's a fat community. Anyway, so yeah, the first place I've been recommended is it's called Texas de Brazil, and it's in the Mall of the Emirates. It's really cool. It's like a Brazilian steakhouse, but they do seafood as well at the same time. Basically, how they do it is they'll come to your table with the steak that you wanted on a skewer, and they'll just literally slice strips off for you on your plate, and they'll come every so often until you've literally had enough and you can't move. I've been sent a few videos of it and like, you know, people are like, okay, I can't have any more, you're gonna have to stop. So I've been told it's really good. If you've been or if you do go, leave a comment in the section below, let me know how it is, if it's worth trying out or not, and if I should fire this person from giving me recommendations in future. Okay, so this last one, it's not a food place, it's just a juice bar. It's called Blends and it's right at the end of the walk, literally on the corner opposite the DoubleTree. Like I said, it's not a food place and it's only juices, but the juices are really good. I usually used to go for the refresher, and I think I used to keep putting on my Snapchat, guys, this is the refresher, it's really refreshing, and Daniel would just look at me like, what a dickhead.
Pretty much, yeah. He's like, oh, this is really refreshing. I'm like, mate, that's the name. That's the
But
point.
that was literally the one thing that I could describe it as, refreshing. It was really nice. The only thing is, in terms of price value, I don't think it's the best, because you're paying about £3 to £4 for
like a smoothie.
about a juice about that big maybe, so
Smoothie,
it is a bit expensive, or a smoothie as well. Okay, so thanks a lot guys for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it really informative, because that was the main reason behind the video. So if you got any comments, recommendations for places to try out in Dubai, leave a comment in the section below. One thing I've got on my Instagram account, we're reaching 1,000 followers soon, and I'm going to be giving a little giveaway on that page, so you know, follow the page, share it with your friends and family. And same with this YouTube channel. If you enjoy the videos, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to the channel. Thank you to Daniel for being part of this video. Also, I'm coming back to the UK next week, so if there's any places that you guys want me to try out and review, comment in the section below again, or contact me, and you know, I'll be more than happy to try them out. So thanks a lot guys, until next time, this is Zaid and Daniel.